Hey, bom dia. Boa tarde. Boa tarde. More accurately, it's afternoon now. On a lovely sunny November day in the hills of the Algarve. Just enjoying a little blast around. So, I said I was going to do another video on cryptocurrency. And you may or may not have heard of it. I'm sure you've heard of Bitcoin by now. But there's lots and lots of cryptocurrencies out there, and some of them are rising just at exponential rates, thousands of percent in a couple of weeks. So we're kind of toying around with it for a while, and I looked at investing in Bitcoin back when it was $2,900. At the time of speaking today, it's over $6,000. And I'm literally talking a couple of months ago, it was under 3, so you would have doubled your money on that one. But there's other smaller ones that have just gone up thousands of percent in weeks. I wouldn't say I'm risk averse, but I like managed risk, as a result of what I do for kind of big software rollouts, managing projects and that kind of stuff. But I like knowing what the risks are, and I like mitigating them as best I can, and I like being able to make informed decisions. And so I held back off investing in Bitcoin because I actually didn't know, is this now a peak? Is it going to drop? If I put money in, will I lose it? So there's that thing with Ethereum recently where there's like $300 million just lost, gone forever as a result of a bug in some of the code. And I guess some of those things are going to happen. I don't really want it to happen to you, but I figured, there's pitfalls out there. And best probably to get some expert advice. So there was a couple of big launches recently of crypto investor advice. This stuff is running at like $3,000 to $5,000 a year to join this monthly newsletter. And even that then looked like a risk, even though lots of stories are showing people who have made a lot of money with it in a short amount of time. And then you're thinking, well, how many people have lost money in that short amount of time because they're not going to use that to advertise. So instead what I did was went to a couple of friends and business partners and just said, hey look, this is what these guys are offering. I'm suggesting we maybe look at putting a syndicate together. When we know how many of us are together, we'll buy into this advice from multiple sources. And then we can build our own portfolios off the back of it. If there is appetite for it, what we can do is build a group fund and stick all of our money in that group fund to kind of leverage some of those gains, and then keep track. So we've been looking into, I kid you not, we've been looking into creating a hedge fund off the back of it, which is for a little bit down the road, essentially, but you've got to think big, aim for the moon or aim for the stars and hit the moon kind of thing. So a few of us have actually bought in and have actually started investing in some of these alternative cryptos, not just Bitcoin, although we've got a holding in Bitcoin as well. And I think it's really exciting. So what I also did was I went and bought cryptosmartstart.com. You won't see anything but a holding page on there right now. But I'm thinking what I might do is create, because I was looking for this and I couldn't find it, but some kind of subscription service that was a low monthly fee that took and aggregated information from lots of different sources. So had lots of news, pulled in all the news from different sources and shared it in a single place. Had a forum of some sort, and then like a monthly subscription. I'm thinking something like a paid Slack channel into which people will be able to contribute in different channels about different currencies and kind of generally talking about crypto, and then look at the different currencies and share news, that kind of stuff. And then get access to other people who are investing as well, so you can kind of check your thinking on, is this a good idea or not? And the figure you could do something like that, because you'd have to hire staff for it as well, obviously, to do the writing and do the management of the channels. But under £100 a month, I reckon, you could offer that kind of service. and then use all of our own knowledge and experience, plus all the kind of premium investment advice that we're getting, and share what we're doing, basically. And really a kind of a learn with us kind of thing, but then actually get a community in place where you've got lots of like-minded people, you know, and then maybe look at some kind of bigger fund that people could invest in with a different mix of currencies based on some of that expert advice. So, I mean, like with any investing kind of thing, there's lots of legal wrangling that goes around it as well. So we've got to be very careful on how we do that, which is why we're looking at setting up a hedge fund, because those guys will do all of the admin and all of the legal stuff. They've got the licenses and everything else, so we just need to essentially manage clients, which would be a good thing. But yeah, I'd be kind of keen to hear what you think about it. You know, is that a service that you would like? Does that sound like the right kind of mix of services and content that you would want? You know, if there's other things that you can think of that could or should be in there, or something that would make you say, yeah, I would invest in that, or I would, you know, be a member of that. And I'm not asking you to be a member, by the way. That's not what this is about. So one of the best things I learned, let me kind of tell you this. One of the best things I learned about how to build businesses is to find a problem that people have, validate that problem with them, propose a solution, so come up with some solution ideas, and then validate that solution with them. So essentially what I'm doing, asking in this video, really is, I think I found a problem, I think I might have found a solution to it, so I'm kind of asking to validate, is that actually a problem? You know, do people really want this kind of, have a gap in this kind of information, and kind of membership stuff? And is what I'm proposing, you know, a monthly membership with, you know, the paid Slack channel and aggregating all that news and aggregating the investment advice and doing a kind of show and tell on what we're doing every month. Is that something that you think would be a good service, or validating the solution? And depending on the feedback that you give me, and I'm asking lots of people this, by the way, depending on all that feedback that we get, we'll refine what that service could look like. You know, so we look at the pricing of the service, the tiers, you know, whether you've got a beginner, intermediate, advanced, whether you provide any kind of insider circle kind of thing, where, you know, we've got a private access group with the partners of what we're creating. There's 4 of us, 3 partners I've got at the moment. You know, maybe a private channel that people can get access to that, like as a premium service to kind of speak directly with us. So, you know, if that's something that you think is interesting, or you can see holes in it, or you've got some suggestions for how to improve it, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Is crypto something you're already doing, or that you always wanted to do but just weren't sure about? But yeah, let me know. I think it's hugely exciting, massively exciting, because if you look at what some of these cryptos have done, it's ridiculous. If you look at what they're promising to do, which is essentially take banks and, you know, the likes of Western Union out of the way, and if you look at the growth potential in, you know, particularly in third world countries, where a lot of people don't have computers, but they will have their hands on a smartphone, being able to send money is crazy, absolutely crazy. Look at Amazon and the URLs those guys are buying. You know, they've already got the Amazon Bitcoin, they're buying Ethereum and a few other bits and pieces as well. You know, I think the future is in these cryptocurrencies, and banks are freaking out about it. You know, the other thing you might want to be aware of if you're in the UK is that banks are freezing accounts if they see money being paid directly into funds, or where you're buying cryptocurrencies. So there's a few hoops you got to jump through, and a few apps you can use to kind of transfer money and convert it to euros, and then, you know, bring it up to the likes of Coinbase and stuff and make your purchases. But also how you want to store this stuff, whether you do it online or bring it offline into a kind of hardware wallet. I mean, it's a minefield, right? A minefield. So I kind of wanted to centralize all that information and the training and the step-by-step guides, all that kind of stuff in one place, and make that available for people. So, you know, let me know what you think. I'd be really interested to hear what you think about it, because I think it's quite exciting. But yeah, there you go. Drop a comment below, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.